This is the globally popular animated film Neza. It is a Chinese mythological animated movie. Due to the release of the new film, many friends don't know how the story began. Let me recap the first Neza movie for everyone. The story starts with the birth of the primordial pearl. The primordial pearl was formed after 1,000 years of nurturing by the spiritual energy of heaven and earth. But because the primordial pearl absorbed too much mixed spiritual energy, it resulted in the immortal and demonic energies being entangled and unclear. If left unchecked, it would eventually lead to disaster. Therefore, the primeval Lord of Heaven sent Tai Bai Jinren and Shingongbao to subdue it. But as the primordial pearl born from the spiritual energy of heaven and earth, how could it be easily subdued? In just a few short seconds, it transformed into a huge monster. Before Tai Bai Jinren could recover from the shock, it punched Tai Bai Jinren and sent him flying hundreds of meters away. Seeing this, Shingongbao also disdainfully charged forward. But the strength of the primordial pearl was not to be underestimated. Shingongbao was also blocked and sent flying dozens of meters. Shingongbao immediately unleashed the whip of the thunder god to bind it. Unexpectedly, the primordial pearl swallowed his lightning. Then it gathered the lightning on its arm and returned it to Shingongbao. Tai Bai Jinren's appearance was ruined. He angrily charged towards the primordial pearl. Tai Bai Jinren took a stance and easily took 2 punches. Then he summoned a whisk to tie up the primordial pearl's hands. In order to satisfy Tai Bai Jinren's request, the primordial pearl directly manifested 4 arms. Seeing this scene, Tai Bai Jinren was instantly very surprised. The primordial pearl attacked Tai Bai Jinren with one hand, while elegantly combing its hair with the other. Seeing that his disciples were no match for the primordial pearl, the primeval Lord of Heaven had no choice but to take action himself. With a wave of his hand, the heavenly cauldron fell from a height of 10,000 meters, and heavily covered the primordial pearl. Just like that, the primordial pearl was successfully subdued. The primeval Lord of Heaven also used the Samadhi True Fire to refine the primordial pearl into 2 pearls. One was named the Spirit Pearl, the other was named the Demon Pill. But the Demon Pill had too much negative energy and was indestructible. The primeval Lord of Heaven had no choice but to cast the Heavenly Tribulation Curse. After 3 years, the Heavenly Tribulation would descend and destroy the Demon Pill. Then the primeval Lord of Heaven used a lotus to collect the pearls. Since Li Jing was a man of heavenly destiny, the Spirit Pearl could reincarnate and become his 3rd son. And so the primeval Lord of Heaven handed this task to Tai Bai Jinren. At this time, inside Chentang Pass, Li Jing was taking his wife Lady Yin, who had been pregnant for 3 years, to the temple to pray.
拜了3年了，再生不出来，我杀了这臭苗！